Okay, we ready for the episode then?
Yep.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. I hit my fucking mic. God damn it. Sun cotton mouth too. Alright. Welcome back to another episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We are here with a Jaws ripoff called Claws with a bear. It might be a ripoff of Grizzly, which is a ripoff of Jaws. Might also just be another ripoff of Jaws with a bear from 1977 called Claws. So clever, I know, right? Anyway.
Oh, was I supposed to answer that?
So, my co-host Owen here chose the movie, and
Well, we had a poll.
And
Bear
that's right.
won.
Bear won.
Then I chose this one.
Correct. It's still your fault, though.
I blame them.
We could have watched Island Claws with the giant killer crab. But no, we had to watch this. Was basically Snow Beast 2 with a bear. Did we use Snow Beast in an episode yet?
Maybe.
If not, this gets paired with Snow Beast because they're basically the same fucking movie.
Not really.
Yeah, right. They both end in snowy mountains, but one's actually entertaining compared to the other one. Anyway, why don't you take us through it, Owen?
Well, we should probably be honest and say we didn't really pay that close attention.
Nothing happens though. They just talk. Just a bunch of people talk. We watched the Bear Mall. Two people total? 3 people?
Couple. There was a couple. Let's just go through it the best we can.
Sure.
I know it starts out with 2 bears fighting, and they even run into a camera on a tripod.
I missed this because I went and grabbed. I had to take care of something. But yeah, I came back and I'm like, what did I miss? Like, bears were fighting. Like, okay.
Yeah,
It's like...
There's 3 hunters staring at them with, like, orgasm faces. Like, they're loving it. And then they unload into the bears. And I guess they only wound one, which ends up being the devil bear. Which, I mean, I guess he has a reason to be pissed off at humans who unloaded 3 rifle clips into him.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed too, wouldn't you?
A little bit.
I'd be at least be perturbed.
If I survived, anyways, that's a lot of bullets.
That's true.
But yeah, that's kind of how it starts, and I guess that's how Devil Bear comes around. They call him Devil Bear, so I'm just gonna call it Devil Bear.
The alternate title for the movie was Devil Bear. Yes, which is
And
a really cheesy title that this movie totally didn't earn. So, Claws is bland and perfect.
And we see one of the main guys. He gets mauled at some point by the bear, and then he wakes up from a dream, and he's clutching his arm. He's like, "Rah!" And I thought he was gonna turn into a bear.
Yeah, it was like acting like David Naughton from fucking like American Werewolf in London, like going, oh, getting like, you know, he's like, it burns, and he's like, I was like, but he's not. He's just like freaking out by his hand.
Yeah, I guess his arm just hurts everyone. You know, when the weather turns.
I think
Devil Bear.
During the flashbacks at the end, which we'll get to obviously, it looked as if the bear swiped at him. So I think he got injured in the arm. I think that's the idea. As he blocked, got glancing blow, and then hid while the other stuff happened, which we're about to talk about. But I'm saying, like, I think that's why. I think that's why he's clutching his arm. But I didn't get that until the end, by the way. So.
Well, he was attacked by this bear years before all this stuff, I believe is what happened. Because they just, but there's a rogue bear out there, but then no one really seems to.
But they show his bloody arm at some point, like going like this, like like.
There's a whole scene of him being mauled.
I guess they mixed the two, I guess, but.
Yeah, you kind of run into the bad transfer. First of all, we watched.
Oh my goodness!
But
it's
also,
Regency Home Video VHS release, so it's awful transfer.
Where like all the '70s guys had like the same haircut, so you're just like, eh.
They all had the same haircut. This dude grows left and right, man.
But yeah, there's a whole scene with him being mauled by the bear, but I guess he survives it. And now he's cursed to have nightmares about it.
And I swear there are two kids that get attacked. I swear. And one
Pretty
gets
sure
drug off, and the other one is his kid that got hurt. And that's why the other guy's with him, right? Because it was his son that got killed?
No. His son's in a coma.
Well, his son is the other guy is with him, I think, because his son got killed.
The other guy doesn't have a son. He was just, I don't know, a fucking Boy Scout leader or some shit. We just jumped to that part. Like, he takes some kids camping, even though apparently at some point he was mauled by a bear out here. He's like, well, let's take some fucking kids camping.
Well, I mean, come on, look. Bear attacks happen all the time, and they don't just happen in the same place over and over again necessarily. Like, you know, bears kind of wander around.
And two of the kids thought it would be hilarious to dress as a bear and scare him.
That's a terrible idea.
Points a gun in his face. And then I think it does a little, like, you know, flashback, which might have been the bear mauling.
Yes, that was his bear mauling survival. I remember this, but, like, I don't remember, like, you know, it was murky as shit.
Then he comes back, and he's like, we'll talk about it in the morning. And then a bear comes and mauls the shit out of a kid in a sleeping bag.
I called this on Twitter the murkiest to Jaws ripoffs. It was.
It's funny, some of the scenes are pretty clear, and I just sent you a gif of him being attacked by the dude in the bear suit.
Okay. Which
for some reason has a blue film over the whole thing on just that scene.
Yeah, it's supposed to be day for night, I think. And they fucked it up.
But the scene before this is perfectly fine day shot.
I just think it's all fucked. Oh, maybe it's underexposed and they tried to crank it up.
Yeah.
And it looks bad.
It looks like shit. But yeah.
I can't believe you were able to GIF anything from this movie. There's nothing memorable that happens that is clear enough to GIF, I think.
This is him like standing there looking around like, I survived the bear knocking a tree down, and then all of a sudden the guy in a bear suit's like, and grabs him in slow-mo, and I laughed at it, so I remember that part.
I remember the part, but like it was really murky, so I'm like surprised you even GIFed it, because like even the awesome climax, the very memorable part of the movie, I don't think it was clear enough to make a fucking GIF of. Like, I don't know, that's weird. Maybe I think my standards are too high. I definitely need a GIF of that end, of course.
But anyway, so then there's like, there's a bear running around mauling people. So they bring in some experts, and they're gonna trap it. You know, we're gonna trap the bear alive for some reason, because that's what they do. And then they brag about how they've gone on every dangerous thing and captured every man-eater alive. But they're in their cabin. I don't know. They had like monitors out or something, and it like was beeping, and then the bear just busts through the window and just kills them all.
Yep.
Because they come later in their little hunting party, open the door, and one like hangs down from the ceiling. So I was making jokes about like he's Jason Voorhees in it.
It was totally like a slasher movie moment. I was like, what is Michael Myers doing here? I'm so confused.
Hiding bodies in the ceiling so they fall down when the door opens.
Right.
And they don't seem too disturbed. They're like, let's continue on with our hunting party.
Was that like the bear mauling them, him going flying into the air and getting stuck in the rafters? Like, what? I imagine this ragdoll just cruising through the air and just suddenly like bonk getting stuck in the rafters just right.
And there's this whole side plot that doesn't fucking matter with like the guy and his son's in a coma and he has an ex-wife, and just keep doing like the wiggly fade back to him and like happy times with her. And there's a really weird scene you missed where she goes to pick up the kid, and I laughed because he's like, he made the parents hold hands, and he put his hands like Three Musketeers, like it used to be. And he's supposed to be like crying or something, but it's just really weird. And then he's like, oh yeah, Dad, I love you. Which at this point I didn't even realize it was their kid.
Yeah, it's never made. I'm pretty sure it's never made clear.
I'm like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, their kid's in coma, and he's remembering.
In the mauling scene, you see the bear carrying away somebody, which is why I think there was another kid.
It was a sleeping bag
with an arm hanging out of it, though.
It's the kid's arm.
But then how did they get the kid back if the bear walked away with him?
He dropped him.
Why? He was gonna eat him for later.
He hasn't eaten a single person. He mauls them.
I don't know, man.
I don't know. But the hunting party ends up being the guy that was supposed to be watching the kids, the dad, I guess, who's an expert bear hunter, two old guys for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say one of the old guys is the grandfather of the kid, and the other one is some Native American for some reason. But anyways, that guy ends up tripping balls at one point and just seeing like taxidermied animals. I think they were supposed to be real, but they were just like taxidermy like mountain goats and stuff. And there were like 3 of them, and then he saw 3 women, and then he like slowly rode down a hill. And then they bring him to a camp, and he's all like, knocked out or whatever. And then he just gets up and walks away without them noticing. And then he sees more flashes of these women, and then the bear's just there, and he's like, rah, just kills them. So then we're confused, like, is he actually like a devil bear and he has psychic powers? But that's the only person that happens to.
There's no logic to the movie. This is why it's a terrible fucking movie. The movie's
got
1.5 stars on Letterboxd. That's the page for film fans. That's where lots of movies that get shit reviews by the critics get decent or better reviews because film fans, and even they think this movie was fucking terrible.
Yeah. So he's dead. They continue on, like, whatever. Then the guy that was watching the kids, he climbs a tree, gets knocked down, then he gets killed by a guy in a bear suit. Maybe it was the devil bear, I don't know.
Maybe that could just been a guy in a bear suit, we're not sure.
Yeah. And there's more bullshit and flashbacks, and finally the guy choppers the old man down. I think it was the old man, because he was attacked a little bit but not killed, and I was like, he's still out there. So she demands that she's taken to where her ex-husband is, and that's where we see the final man versus bear. He gets a little bit higher ground. He's swinging an axe at it. Bear, for some reason, punctures a gas can. And
I think he's trying to knock so it looks like he's trying to hit the support beam and knock the front of the mine shaft down and knock his foot, because he's standing on the edge of the front of the mine shaft. But he hits the gas can, and the gas hits him in the face, so he runs away in fear or in pain, because gas in the eyes burns, right? So he runs away, like he's pissed. He's like, "What the fuck?" And runs deep into the thing, and then the guy jumps down, and that's...
Yeah. It's not even like a runaway. He's just like, ew, I'm out. Just kind of waddles away.
I think it's implied that he's run away because it got splashed in the face. Cause it's just bad.
It just looked like he got bored and left.
But he didn't leave, though.
Well, he left trying to kill the guy.
For a second.
But then he just stands outside the thing with his axe. See, I remember the end, so I was like, oh, he's just going to light him on fire. That's what happens. But, he just stands there with an axe and just swings an axe at it, never even hinting at the part, oh, there's gas on the bear.
No, the gas being on the bear is a plant to pay off in 5 minutes after he's done rolling around the bear, and his wife shows up in a helicopter.
Almost gets him killed because he gets distracted, and the bear's just like, smack.
Smacks him. But then she gets out, and she has a flare gun, and she chokes, trying to shoot, chokes it, and she fails to shoot. She just stares at it.
And the bear just smacks her.
It's like a fucking idiot. You just shot it. And then he gets the gun.
And then he gets smacked again.
Yeah.
And then he finally flares it. And we see a flaming bear fall off a waterfall.
And it's clearly a taxidermy bear that's on fire, that's shoved off a cliff. And because it stiffly falls through the air.
I was trying to, I always thought it was a taxidermy bear, but now I'm thinking it might have just been that bear suit that they put on something.
Yeah, I mean, they could have wrapped the bear suit in a log and shoved it off a cliff. It's basically the same thing.
Because I swear earlier when it killed the tracker people, the people trying to capture it, that they just shoved a taxidermy bear through the window.
It looks like it's a taxidermy bear, but I mean, it's pretty funny and it's pretty epic, and you can just watch it on YouTube and save yourself an hour and 38 minutes. I give this 1 star. We're going to go right to the review. Bam.
Imagine the stink on that.
Oh, the burning burr fare?
Burning. It's a real bear.
Bear fur?
Burning that.
Burr fare? Burr fare?
Plus there's foam inside of it.
Ugh. Probably
I
gave...
believe the bear hit the water and survived. And that was just a burnt bear running around.
Well, that's why there is Grizzly too. Now we need Grizzly versus Claw versus Devil Bear versus Prophecy, the bear from Prophecy.
Prophecy bear kind of looks burnt.
Maybe he's the Prophecy Bear. Maybe he's burnt and then he like gets hit by toxic chemicals that are being spilled, because that's the whole point of Prophecy. It's in the Pacific Northwest, I'm pretty sure, and someone's spilling like toxic waste and it's causing mutation. So what if that bear fell into that water, which was actually contaminated, and it's... Because Prophecy comes out 2 years later. Holy shit. Claws is a prequel to Prophecy. You fucking found the missing piece. Holy crap. Now I need to own Claws and Blu-ray, as well as Prophecy, neither of which have Blu-rays.
No.
I don't think Claws is a legal release at all.
But they're both on
outside
YouTube.
VHS. I have the DVD for Prophecy. I really like Prophecy. I haven't seen it in since 2008, 9, around that time.
But yeah, definitely 1-star movie, this one.
It's a real stinker.
Real boring.
Ow.
For some reason I remember it more exciting. But all I actually remembered was the bear going through the window and the bear being on fire.
Yeah, the good moments, and then the movie's over. It's less darkness than the beginning of Cocaine Wars, so you can still see kind of more than that movie. Jesus.
You don't just see one of the Duke Boy's shiny teeth.
Oh boy. Alright.
It was a devil bear.
Weird
That's
old guy. Yeah.
Devil bear. Man, that guy was doing some serious drugs.
Yeah, I should know.
He was just like, woo, stuffed animals, man.
So next time we meet, we are going to visit the Barbarian Brothers. Again, with the Barbarians, so we can complete a Barbarian Brothers double feature. Though I kind of want to do the other two movies too, so we can do all 4 movies in one Barbarian Brothers tribute special or something.
I can say I'm a little disappointed because they're not going to be wearing silly outfits.
Well, they're going to be wearing silly outfits perhaps for the time period.
I hope they hang like rats off it and stuff.
I hope they have baggy pants like in Twin Sitters, but like looks like it's old breeches but baggy, right? So it's like old animal furs, but they're all poofy and hammer pants.
The same weird outfits, but it's just set in the whatever period that is.
All the buttons are replaced with ties and shit.
Just bones hanging down.
Oh, it's brilliant. Barbarians. With barbarian twins. Twin bodybuilders. I don't know why I have such a fascination with these people, these two, but I do. I don't.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, why would they necessarily be into the same thing? Like, let's bodybuild together.
But they are. They're bodybuilders together. That was their shtick. They got in bodybuilding magazines and competitions and shit.
I wonder if there's any twins where one's a bodybuilder and one's just a scrawny computer nerd.
Oh my god, you got cast those people to be Hulk and Bruce Banner. That'd be perfect.
That is true. Didn't even think of that.
That would be so fucking perfect, dude.
Lou Ferrigno throwing a bear.
Dude, you could do a retro series, like a modern series, but with retro throwback to the original Incredible Hulk. But he said it in the 80s. And he set these people as like this one bodybuilder twin and a non-bodybuilder twin. And you get the bodybuilder twin to like lose as much weight as possible, so he's frail and skinny and weak as possible. Man, such a great, stupid idea. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode of Psychotronic Coast to Coast. We'll see you next time for the Barbarians, starring the Barbarian Twins. And, any last words, Owen?
No.
Alright, that'll do it. Peace, guys.